Welcome to Kennesaw,
I
Georgia,
rather
in the
play the
greater
toughest
Atlanta area
schedule.
and home to the Owls of Kennesaw
Yeah,
State, where
great.
these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway.
But our offense is young,
On the run from inside his own 5.
so that
Didn't
might
find
be a
any
little
crease in that
problem.
kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this game.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short game.
He is pretty fast.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd, fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there.
I guess we're going full field goal.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 of the year. He's perfect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will have its first possession of the game. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. On the move. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And And they'll
I thought
finally
they
catch up to
would
him, but
not do that.
before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Jones. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
All right.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about.
We're young, but with talent.
This one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On second down, wants to throw it. Going for the big play. And he hauls it in at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Here's the handoff. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They finally get
We got an easy first down.
Change for the first down. He now has 61 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the single back. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone.
Nice.
Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's got it.
That's a touchdown, man.
You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Jones. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. And here comes the offense on second down. Now the play fake. Looking to take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. Afterburner's coming. And he ran away from
Purdue is talent.
Take it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense.
We're not even
Finish, take care of
ranking.
the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense
They're
looks
not
like they're
either.
going to be a really
Shit.
hard one to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Man,
And just kept
this
right
might be on
running
the
to the
post.
hallelujah land.
With this
One
guy,
of the reasons this offense is so
we could
exciting to
win,
watch,
y'all.
they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
man, it's your job.
We
to
got a
do that.
talent running back
Where I don't have to stop
and a
running.
talent
It
quarterback.
makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good
That's
one
a
there.
sack.
Not sure exactly what led to that. Whether
That
the
was a
protection
scene,
wasn't right or the
too.
quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking.
And the pressure
Another
gets to him
sack.
again. Another sack.
Good job,
The
man.
idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. And he'll make the catch at the 15.
Wow.
Chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Good job,
This
man.
Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to how to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It's complete to the left. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big
We are in a couple lead.
Works the middle of the field. Easier throws. Nice job by this offense keeping it very simple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring fourth down.
That was good defense.
A better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the quarterback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high.
Damn it.
Picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down.
Our defense and offense is
Quick
stepping
timeout
up.
by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had him right.
That was dangerous.
It just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He's going to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to...
Pulls it in the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the
That's
play
3
develop.
touchdowns.
He has eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Running back searching for a hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up
He
the
just
first
ripped
half.
that.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They give it to him again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Boilermakers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and gets the sack.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, we'll get another
it's
look at
gonna
this
be
Kennesaw State offense. Looking to move it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and
go for
force
a
the
field goal.
incompletion? And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal.
Man.
Good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got a man in the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground with the counter. Hard running there. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Coates. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
Oh, that guy from Kentucky.
Well, well, well. Somebody's been doing their box jumps. Oh, they blocked the extra point. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You may want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him. He slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quick completion on the out. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That completion delivers a first down.
Man up.
He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Coates. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It's a draw. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Boilermakers racing to the line in a hurry up. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Jones. They make the stop after the catch. There's still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Boilermakers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The hand to the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own.
Everyone step up today.
Second and long coming.
But now we're like losing the lead.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And
that was a bad
pass. The defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Trying to get to it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
Yeah, I was saying this. That was a bad pass.
You're down. You gotta force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Very nice.
The Purdue offense
But
comes back out to the field.
it's a bad
That last
punt.
drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do
Ooh,
his
up
thing.
21.
The quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overtime.
Our defense won the game, let's be honest.
He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Back to the air one more time. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line.
Man, they still got a chance.
Wadded up in a bunch.
El Murray. Well, all like, what are you doing?
Go up top on 1st down.
But that's not good.
We're able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They've made 3rd down offensive.
We finally found a quarterback that is good.
He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust?
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs. We waited